WTOL 11, as you know, partnering with Life Connection, once again, Life Connection of Ohio this year, to host the 24-hour Green Chair, Donate Life Green Chair sit-in. And I want to get right to it. We've been doing this since early this morning, but Tonya Gomez and Mario joining us. Tonya, you said you've been doing this from the get-go, 15 straight years. She's not famous every year because you don't always do an interview, but we're glad to have you back here once again. Tell us about your journey, because that's what we've been doing with a lot of the people who are coming in. 9 months of age is when you were diagnosed needing the lungs, is that correct?
So when I was 9 months old, I was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis, which is a genetic lung disease.
Yes.
And so my life expectancy back then was 14. So my mom didn't expect me to live past that. I had a little brother that was 2 years younger than me who passed away when he was 6. His severity of CF was just so much worse than mine.
So it was already in the family. The writing was on the wall as far as your parents were concerned.
Yeah, I mean, my life expectancy was very short.
Okay.
And, you know, as time went on and, you know, medical research and everything, you know, transplants started to become a thing. And as I was getting sicker and sicker, being in the hospital on and off, I mean, I carried on with my life as much as I could. And I just got to the point after a while that my lung function declined so much that I just needed a transplant. And I knew years ago that that was going to be the only thing for me, because there was nothing else to keep me alive.
And the actual transplant happened when? May
25th of 2004.
Okay. Talk about going through the process as far as the donor. And I know I did a series of stories. I became very close with the Stone Foltz family and talking with them in the process of writing letters and seeing if that meeting was possible. Did you go through that as well?
So mine was a little bit different. Obviously my transplant was easy because I slept through it, but after everything was over and I came out of it, social work, Life Bank, they recommended waiting at least 6 months to write a letter. And I was still recovering. We had a 2-year-old son that we were taking care of, so I wasn't really thinking about it. And it wasn't even 6 months. And Life Bank, the organ procurement organization out of Cleveland, I had my transplant at Cleveland Clinic, called me and said that we have a letter from your donor family. I asked questions before my transplant with the surgeons, and of course they couldn't tell me anything. But so I accepted the letter, and we started communicating back and forth. And you could only use first names, you couldn't use cities, couldn't do any of that for privacy reasons. And then all of a sudden one day Life Bank called me and said, they want to call you. They want to talk to you on the phone.
That's awesome, and it was a great reception. I could spend a half an hour with you. I'm told I've got 30 seconds left to talk to you. I do want you to mention, CF absolutely strangles your ability to breathe.
Yes.
And you have been behind an Olympics that takes place in different cities.
Yeah.
In about 20 seconds, tell us about that and your running.
So the transplant games are amazing. I never did a whole lot of anything prior to transplant, and after that I had so much energy. I work as a dietitian and a diabetes educator, and I always tell my patients I can talk about nutrition and diabetes for hours. We don't get that time. And I feel like just with my transplant, I mean, I could go on and on. It's an amazing thing, and without my donor, I'm not here. If we don't have transplant family or donor families like Kathy and Russ, we're not here to tell our stories, and it's truly an amazing thing. So hopefully we can get more people to become donors and just understand how amazing after transplant can be.
My producer's going to be after me, but I do have to get you a couple, just one word in here about this whole day and what it means to your family.
Well, before I even met my wife, I would have told you that there's no way anybody's going to take any of my organs for anything. But now, when I look back on everything, how I feel, I mean, it's an amazing thing. It's surreal. When she got her transplant, when she woke up out of the hospital, when she had the ventilator out and breathing on her own, I mean, everything is it's just surreal. And it's just
changes your life.
Yes,
moves
really
mountains. Tonya, Mario, great to have you with us. Thank you so much for being a part of what is a special day for all of us here.